All right, here we are. I just started teaching and we weren't even live, so now we're live. Sorry about that, guys. I'm like a minute late, but yeah, glad you can join me. Grab your guitar, grab some coffee, and we're gonna have some fun tonight where it's raw, it's real, anything can happen, you just never know. Yeah, I've just been away for a while, but I have been actively teaching lots of students and I just wanted to hop on YouTube and do some live teaching as well. So if you want a more in-depth version of what I'm teaching here today, you can grab my live course, or sorry, my course, my course, which I'll have links down below, and you can check that out after the live. Yeah, so welcome. And grab your guitar, like I said, and let's get into it. So we're gonna do a quick review. Actually, I should start out with that. There you go. 20-minute guitar player. There you go. Yes, now review. Okay, so I have another YouTube video, another live video, my first video, and that's all about your first guitar lesson. And we're picking up there to where I left off, and this is your second guitar lesson. Okay, so if you want, you can go back and check that out and get caught up or review it as well. Yeah. All right, so we're just going to review what I did in that video to start off with a review. So I talked about the parts of the guitar. So we're just going to review that real quick. So this is the nut right here. This is the headstock, tuning pegs. This is the neck, the fingerboard, and the frets, fret markings. And then we have the sound hole and the strings, obviously. Then we have the bridge, the saddle, and the soundboard. That's where the sound comes off of. The vibrations of this piece of wood. You want a nice, expensive, solid piece of wood here to make your guitar sound really good. Then we have the shoulder, the waist, and the hip, and the body, and the pick guard. Mine is clear, but you usually have a black pick guard there. Yeah, and that's the parts of the guitar. And then we talk about your finger numbers. So this is finger number 1, finger number 2, and finger number 3, finger number 4. Okay. And then we talked about the string numbers. So strings are numbered from the bottom to the top. So this is string number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then these strings also have letter names or note names. And we had a mnemonic device to remember that. So we said, every apple does get bruised easily. And that helps us remember the string names, note names. So that would be E for every, A for apple, D for does, G for gets, B for bruised, and E for easily. Okay, so you want to memorize the string letter names. And then I think then we went into your first guitar chord. So that's where we're going to pick up where I left off. Yeah, so we're going to look at our first 3 guitar chords today. Your very first 3 guitar chords. Yeah, okay, so for today's lesson, we're going to look at your first 3 guitar chords. We're going to look at where they come from. We're going to learn how to play them. And then we're going to learn an easy trick on how to switch in between them, in between the chords. And then we're going to apply these chords to some really super simple songs to get them under your fingers and be able to change and start kind of playing music. All right, so first chord we talked about was the A chord. And you might ask, okay, well, that's cool. Where does that come from? What's it all about? Let's check this out. So the A chord comes from the A major scale. So it's basically just the musical alphabet. It's just basically the alphabet. And it goes A, everyone knows the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It just goes up to G. So music is really simple. It's just only the first 7 letters of the real alphabet. So if you know the first 7 letters of the real alphabet, you can play music. You don't even have to know the whole alphabet. It's just crazy. And then it starts over again, A. So it'd be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, into infinity and beyond. Okay, so that's our A major scale. You notice the C is sharp here, the F is sharp, and the G is sharp. Don't worry about that right now. We'll get into that in a later lesson, and I'll tell you happens. Okay, we're just worried about the A major scale right now. So A, B, C, D, F, G. This is called the A major scale. And there's just the notes on the musical staff. Okay, we got treble clef, we got 5 lines, we got 4 spaces. This is the A note right here on the musical staff. This is the B note, the C sharp note, D, E, F sharp note, G, A note. Okay, that's all I want you to know for right now. Then we're going to harmonize the notes of the major scale. We're going to add an extra note right here, and that's a third up from that note. So we're going to add a third here and another third right here. And that's going to create what's called a triad, which is a 3-note chord, where it's just 3 notes stacked on top of each other, which forms what's called a triad. Okay, so let's see what that looks like when we do that. So we're harmonizing the notes of the A major scale. Boom, there we go. So we got, there's our A note. Well, it's dropped down an octave. It's the same note, only down an octave. Sorry about that. It might be a little confusing for you. So we just put the 3 notes on top. So now we have A, C sharp, and E. Don't worry about that. So now all you have to worry about is becomes a 3-note chord, and it's called the 1 chord. So if I put a number on each note here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I numbered each note of the scale, this is what we would get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm stacking thirds on the A, I'm stacking thirds here, I'm stacking thirds here, I'm stacking thirds here, harmonizing the notes. So then I get what ends up being an A major triad here, and it becomes the 1 chord. That's the 1 chord because it's the first chord. And let's move along. We get this becomes a B minor chord. This becomes a C sharp minor chord. We'll get into that later. But look at this. Then we come to a D chord. So these are triads stacked here, and then an E chord. So they're 1, 4, and 5. So the most important chords that we're worried about right now are the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord. And you can play hundreds of songs with just these 4 chords. Isn't that cool? A, D, and E. Hundreds and hundreds of songs with just these 3 chords. It's live, I tell you. Okay, so A, D, and E are the chords that we're going to learn today. And this is where they come from. They come out of the major scale when you harmonize and stack thirds. A major, D major, and E major. And that's why they're capitalized. They're like big Roman numerals because they're the 1, the 4, and the 5 are major, and they're the most important chords. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on. And yes, there you go. Where do they come from? I'm a little late on the draw. Okay, so let's move on now. Let's learn how to play our first chord, the A chord. And this is also kind of another review from last time. So here it is. There's a cool view. So there's our A major chord. So this is a chord box. You might already know all this stuff already. Chord box. It's as if you're looking at the guitar just like this, like straight on. Okay. So that's the nut. That's the nut. The top dark part is the nut right here, and that's the top of our chord. Okay, I can't even get there. So there's the nut. That's the top. First fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret. So you have the first 4 frets on that drawing that I have up there, that chord box. Okay. So the 1 is your first finger. That's where you put your first finger, and that is actually the G string. The 2 is the D string, and the 3, you put the 2 is your second finger. Remember, we did our number of fingers. 1, 2, 3. Second finger, third finger. Okay, so let's do that now. I want you to grab your guitar. Let's put our fingers on in this fret. Okay, so we take our first finger, 1, 2, 3, third string, G string, second finger, D string or 4th string, and then third finger is the B string. Now I play the A chord a little funny. Sometimes people just play it like that. I play it like this, kind of like a triangle, because it's going to help you later when we start switching them. Okay, so there's our A major chord. We're moving along. I want you to go through, tuck your thumb. Don't hang your thumb over. Someone was asking me this yesterday. Tuck your thumb back, just so you have that space there between your palm and so you don't want to be blocking like that. Just have that space there, and then so you don't touch the string and block it from ringing. Take your pick, go through and play each chord, each note, get each note to sound. Ready? Watch. I hope that sounds okay. So practice that, keep your thumb back, and get each note to sound and go through it, okay? So that's your A major chord. Okay, now we're gonna move on. That's your A major chord. So now we're gonna move on to the next chord I want you to learn. Actually, yeah, grab your guitar, let's play together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, let's move on to the next chord I want you to learn. This is the D major chord. And it looks like this. So there's a chord box again. The circles mean you play those strings. The X's mean you don't play that string, okay? So don't play the string. And here we go. First finger is on the G string. Second finger is on the high E string. Third finger is on the B string. And I want you to get used to reading the chord boxes the way because like when you're doing tab, when you're looking at chord sites on the internet, this is how the chords look. So it's a good practice for you. Okay, first finger on the second fret, G string. Oh, this sounds familiar. Second finger, high E string, second fret. And third finger, B string, third fret. Okay, so it looks like that. It's looking like that. Okay, let's go through. You don't want to pick the low E strings. Let's go through and pick from the A string. Well, from the D string, actually. Got it? Go through and make sure each note sounds. Get that thumb back behind the neck. Have that space between your palm and the neck. D chord. You got it. Practice that. And the next chord we're going to learn is our E major chord. Look at that. I'm getting the hang of this already. E major, chord box. Coming at you. First finger in the first fret this time. And that's the G string again. Wow, we've got a theme going on. We're hanging around on the G string with our first finger. Remember that. Okay, second finger, jump way up here, fifth string. And third finger, jump way up, fourth string. So we're in the first and second frets. Let's go through and make each note sound. This is a beautiful chord because you can play every note of every string. Watch this. I hope that sounds okay. Nice big full chord. So go through and do each note. All right. Okay, so now the trick is changing between the chords now. This is where it gets tricky. What do we have up here next? Okay, so what I want you to do is I like to think that I made this up, but I don't think I did. Because everything's been done before. I have a certain cool method called the lift, slide, jump method, where I'm going to make it super simple for you to change these chords, okay? So watch this. Go back to our A chord again. And then, okay, so play your A chord. Now watch what we do. We're going to use our first finger as an anchor that's going to help us hold our position and get to the next chord. So we're going to go from A, we're going to lift all of our fingers off except for that first finger. Now this is the most important part of this whole video, okay? This is what I want you to get out of this whole video. Leave your first finger there, lift all your other fingers off. So we got A, lift, drop down to D. So then you go, remember what D looks like? Then you drop down and you put your second finger, second fret, E string, then down for your other string there, the B string on the third fret. So what we're doing is we're pivoting off that first finger. It's not coming off the neck because we'll get lost, okay? So it's staying there. We lift, slide, drop down to D, okay? And then when we're gonna go back to A, we lift and we pivot back to the A chord. So it's just a movement, kind of a jump pivot motion that we're doing with this finger staying on that second fret, okay? Watch, boom, D. So A, lift, drop down to D. You put this finger down first and this finger down second. Go back, put this finger down first, this finger down second. I have a grade 3 student who can do this, and she's just rocking it. Okay, lift, slide down, drop down to D. Go back to A. So just practice that movement back and forth. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna do this to our E chord, okay? So now this is our lift, slide, jump. So watch this, we're gonna lift, keep that first finger there, slide back, don't take it off, just slide back. First fret, and then jump to the E, these other two notes right here, 5th and 4th string, okay? So let's do it again. So we got our A, I'll move a bit for you. A, lift, slide back, jump to E. And then go back to A, lift, slide forward, go to A. Lift, slide back, go to E. I think this is the most valuable part of the whole video. I just want to help you guys. I want to bring you value. This is it, okay? So now we're going to take that and we're going to change chords. So let's do it. A, 2, 3, 4, lift, drop down to D. Lift, jump back to A. Lift, slide back, don't take it off, jump to E. Lift, slide forward, back to A. Okay, super important movement. You got it, you can do this. Okay, so let's move on here. We're gonna apply this to a song. Watch this. Whoa, super cool. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. There we go, that's a bit better. These slides are getting in my way. Okay, so, no, that's not the song I want actually. What's going on here? Here we go. Okay, Hot Cross Buns, first song. It sounds kind of silly because it's a really super basic song, but we need it because it's going to help us solidify what we're learning here, okay? So this is a chord chart, 4/4 time. We got 4 beats per measure. We got 4 measures. Downstrokes are the down strums, chords on top, the A chord, lyrics are underneath. Watch this. It's going to sound like this. Hot cross buns, and then you hit the guitar on the X. Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Okay, do that with me. First song with the A chord, not even changing, just staying on the A chord. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Good, you got it. You just learned your first song with the A chord. Moving along quickly, you can work on that. You can pause the video and work on that later. Second song, it's raining, it's pouring. Now we have, let's check it out. We got a D chord up top here. Then it changes to A, and it goes back to D. So I want you to do that lift, drop down. No, we're going to start on D. You're going to lift, jump up, pivot, and jump up to A, and then pivot back to D and drop down to D again, okay? So watch me and let's do it together. Ready? And start on D, thumb back. 1, 2, ready, go. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He jump, pivot to A. Went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up. And the lift, drop down to D. Morning. I'm probably singing that off key. Try again. Ready? One more time. Play along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. Right, so just pivot to D. Good. Next song. Moving right along. All right, Wheels on the Bus. This goes from A to E. Back to A again. Let's try it. Ready? So remember, lift, slide back, pivot to E, and then back to A. Okay? 2, ready. The wheel. Oh, wait now. The wheel. It's live, it's live. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I can't get my note. I should have practiced that. Okay, here we go. Ready? A chord. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Jump to E. Round and round. Back to A. Round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Jump to E. Lift, pivot, slide back. All through the. Slide back up to A. Down. All right. That's it. We did it. You got your first 3 chords, and you can change between them with our lift, slide, jump method. And then we applied what we learned to 3 different song situations. Thank you. 20 minutes. We did it. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, guys. I'll be back doing weekly lessons every week, hopefully every Thursday, and hope to see you. Hope I can bring value and encourage you and inspire you to be a guitar player if you've never played before, and help you get better and learn more about it. Let's check out the comments real quick. You can jump off if you want. Mark, great to see you, bud. Yeah, thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.